40 million people are facing starvation in the Horn of Africa due to a record-breaking drought. The Intergovernmental Authority on Development says that 3.5 million Kenyans are in dire need of food, calling on government to scale up the relief efforts in the affected regions. And it's not only Kenya. Sudan and Ethiopia are also affected. 10.6 and 8.1 million people respectively in those two countries also facing starvation. And the ongoing military conflict that is in between Russia and Ukraine has also contributed to that crisis. Let's now take a look at that report.
The prevailing drought situation in the Horn of Africa, as well as peace and security within the region, took center stage at the 39th Extraordinary IGAD Assembly of Heads of State and Government in Nairobi. In the last 2 years, the Horn of Africa has been beset by various natural catastrophes, like the desert locust invasion, deadly floods, and a devastating drought that has left millions of people in dire need of food rations. The situation has further been compounded by the threats of violent extremism, armed conflicts, as well as disruptions caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. IGAD is warning that if the situation is not addressed urgently, it poses serious threats of tribal conflicts and serious health challenges to the region.
Drought, as our chairman has said, the worst in 40 years, has intensified food insecurity, dried up water resources, and forced displacement of people, raising tensions that could trigger new conflicts. And we urgently need to manage the drought before it becomes a threat.
At the forefront of the thoughts is that very dire drought situation and the famine condition it has triggered. This drought severely threatening the lives of our brothers and sisters across the region, threatening livelihood and livestock, as well as destroying the natural heritage we share through wildlife and vegetation.
In Kenya, more than 3.5 million Kenyans are facing serious food shortages, with the government increasing cash transfer to the affected communities. In September last year, President Uhuru Kenyatta declared the ongoing drought a national emergency, directing all state and non-state actors to redirect their efforts to deal with the hunger situation in the country. IGAD members have agreed to strengthen climate prediction and mechanisms, improve on conflict and drought early warning systems due to the livelihoods of farmers and pastoralist communities.
Despite the challenges, the people of the Horn of Africa are determined to forge ahead, to build a better future for themselves and for next generations.
There is a program that we are running that is being supported by the World Bank and the individual countries of IGAD to support the livestock sector to ensure that the challenges fitting that key sector in this region is supported to contribute to our food security.
During the meeting, the head of state adopted a communique that, among others, appreciate the positive steps taken by governments towards a humanitarian and peaceful resolution of conflict parts of the region. Caroline Jenga for Primetime Edition.